Hidden deep within the tangled swamps, winding rivers, and flooded forests of South America, there exists a creature so large, so powerful, that it has captured human imagination for centuries: the giant anaconda. Legends tell of snakes so massive they could crush a man in seconds and swallow entire animals whole. And in the heart of the Amazon, truth and myth are often difficult to separate. The green anaconda, Eunectes murinus, holds the title of the largest and heaviest snake in the world. While reticulated pythons can grow longer, green anacondas are far more massive, with some individuals exceeding 30 feet in length, over 9 meters, and weighing more than 500 pounds, over 225 kilograms. Their muscular bodies, thick as a telephone pole, are built for power, not speed, perfect for ambush hunting in murky waters where they reign supreme. The anaconda's diet is as formidable as its size. As an apex predator, it feeds on a wide variety of prey: fish, birds, capybaras, deer, caimans, and even jaguars have fallen victim to these serpents. Anacondas are opportunistic feeders, relying on stealth and their incredible strength to ambush prey. They strike with lightning speed, wrapping their powerful coils around their target and squeezing with such force that blood cannot circulate. Death comes swiftly through cardiac arrest or suffocation. Once the prey is subdued, the anaconda dislocates its jaws and slowly swallows the entire animal head first, a meal that can sustain it for weeks or even months. A question that has fascinated and terrified people alike is whether anacondas have ever eaten humans. While there are numerous stories and sensationalized accounts, verified cases are extremely rare. Anacondas typically avoid humans and would only consider a person as prey under extreme conditions, such as extreme hunger or provocation. Nonetheless, in isolated incidents deep within the Amazon, there have been chilling accounts of missing hunters and fishermen, fueling the legend of the man-eating anaconda. The mating behavior of anacondas is equally dramatic. During the breeding season, typically in the rainy months, females release pheromones into the water to attract males. This often results in the formation of breeding balls, where up to a dozen males coil around a single female competing to mate with her. The massive female, usually much larger than any of the males, passively selects her partner over the course of days or even weeks. After mating, the female gives birth to live young, a rare trait among snakes, with litters ranging from 20 to 40 neonates, each about 2 feet, 60 centimeters long at birth, and immediately ready to fend for themselves. Despite their dominance, anacondas are not without threats. As juveniles, they fall prey to caimans, large birds of prey like harpy eagles, and jaguars. Adult anacondas have very few natural predators, although jaguars are known to attack large anacondas on rare occasions. Humans, however, are their most significant threat, through hunting and habitat destruction. The preferred habitat of the green anaconda is the slow-moving rivers, swamps, and flooded forests of tropical South America. They thrive in the Amazon and Orinoco basins, found in countries like Brazil, Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, and Guyana. They are primarily aquatic and are most at home in the water, where their eyes and nostrils are positioned high on their heads, allowing them to breathe and see while almost entirely submerged. The water not only helps them move stealthily, but also supports their massive weight, making them surprisingly agile swimmers. One common question is whether anacondas could survive in saltwater or open seas. The answer is no. Anacondas are strictly freshwater animals. Their physiology is not adapted to handle the salinity of the ocean, and they rely heavily on freshwater habitats to regulate their hydration and body functions. Likewise, while they can travel over land between water bodies, they are sluggish and vulnerable when out of their aquatic environment, preferring the safety and camouflage of the murky rivers and swamps. Over the centuries, giant anacondas have featured prominently in the folklore of indigenous peoples and explorers alike. Early Spanish conquistadors returned with tales of monstrous serpents that dwarfed anything known in Europe. In more recent times, cryptozoologists have speculated about the existence of even larger, undocumented anacondas, some supposedly reaching lengths of 40 to 50 feet or more, though no scientific evidence has yet confirmed these extreme claims. Nevertheless, every year, deep in the unexplored stretches of the Amazon, new rumors arise of enormous snakes sighted by local villagers, keeping the legend alive. In reality, the anaconda is a creature that deserves awe, not fear. It plays a crucial role in its ecosystem, helping control populations of various species and maintaining the balance of the wetland environments it inhabits. Protecting these giants means preserving not only a species but an entire intricate web of life that has evolved over millions of years. Today, as habitat loss and human encroachment threaten the wild places of the Amazon, the future of the giant anaconda hangs in the balance. If these wetlands vanish, so too will the chance to encounter one of nature's most extraordinary predators in its natural home, a living titan gliding silently through the green, sun-dappled waters of the greatest rainforest on Earth. In the depths of the Amazonian swamps, a giant anaconda moves like a shadow. It slides effortlessly through water thick with silt and life, its greenish-brown skin patterned with black ovoid spots, blending perfectly with the muddy rivers and vegetation. Patience defines its hunting style. Hours may pass as the snake remains motionless, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. It is a master of ambush, a predator whose ancestors have hunted the waterways for millions of years. When young, anacondas must be cautious, vulnerable to predators and the dangers of their environment. Only the strongest and most cautious survive to adulthood. As they grow larger, the tables turn. Few animals would dare challenge a full-grown anaconda. Their presence shapes the ecosystem around them. Capybaras adjust their movements, caimans become more wary, and even jaguars will think twice before engaging in a confrontation. Each ripple of the water carries the silent warning: the giant is near. Occasionally, tales emerge of extraordinary encounters between humans and anacondas. Explorers navigating the remote Amazon tributaries tell of brief glimpses: an enormous coil slipping into the murk, a pair of golden eyes staring just above the waterline. Villagers in isolated communities share stories passed down for generations about colossal snakes that could overturn canoes or drag a cow into the river. Although many of these accounts are exaggerated by fear or imagination, they often carry a kernel of truth. The Amazon harbors creatures beyond the experience of most of the world. The myth of the megaconda, a snake over 50 feet long, has persisted for decades. Reports have described monstrous snakes spotted by pilots flying over flooded forests or by loggers working deep in the jungle. Yet scientific confirmation remains elusive. Most anacondas grow to between 15 and 20 feet, with the largest rare individuals reaching just over 30 feet. Even so, in a place as vast and unexplored as the Amazon basin, the possibility of outlier giants cannot be entirely dismissed. Their role in local cultures is profound. For many indigenous groups, the anaconda is not just an animal, but a sacred symbol, a spirit of the river, a creator figure in their mythology. In these beliefs, the anaconda embodies the power and mystery of the jungle itself. Immense, unknowable, and vital to the balance of life. Modern science continues to study these incredible snakes, revealing behaviors once hidden from human eyes. Recent research suggests that anacondas, despite their solitary nature, may sometimes congregate in areas rich with prey during certain seasons. Studies of their physiology show how they can survive long periods without food after a large meal, slowing their metabolism to an astonishing degree. This ability allows them to endure the feast or famine realities of the rainforest. Despite their strength and resilience, giant anacondas are increasingly at risk. Deforestation, mining, agriculture, and damming of rivers are fragmenting their habitat at an alarming rate. Pollution and climate change threaten to alter the delicate ecosystems that support them. Without significant conservation efforts, future generations may know anacondas only through secondhand stories and museum exhibits. Efforts are underway to protect the Amazon, led by local communities, scientists, and conservation organizations. Protecting the giant anaconda means preserving the rivers, swamps, and forests it calls home. Environments that also provide vital oxygen, regulate global climate, and house an unparalleled diversity of life. Standing on the banks of a flooded forest, listening to the calls of unseen creatures and the gentle flow of ancient waters, one might feel the presence of the anaconda, the silent ruler of this world. Whether gliding beneath lily pads or resting in the cool mud at the river's edge, it remains hidden yet omnipresent, a living link to a primordial past. In the modern age, where few true mysteries remain, the giant anaconda reminds us that there are still corners of the world where nature reigns supreme, where legends breathe and where giants still swim just beneath the surface.